Alright, hey, HadesOmega here. I'm here in the backyard and we're gonna do the mock-up of the 3 new solar panels today, okay? So I'm not gonna do a kind of walkthrough like I did last time. I'm just gonna go set it up and then I'll talk you through it at the end, okay? But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna speed up the video of me putting it together. And what this does is it helps when you put the panels on the roof, like everything is already in the right position. All the spring nuts will be in the right place, so you don't have to fiddle around with them when it's up there. You know, you can adjust it just a little bit, and then it'll be right where you want it. Okay. So I've got the new extension system that we're going to try out. All right, we'll take a look at that, and we'll see if it actually works. Okay. If not, we're just going to have to install it like we did before, and like one of them will be like crooked. So, okay. All right, let's go do it. Alright, HadesOmega here. Sorry, the camera ran out of juice. Alright, but here it is. Let's go check it out real quick. I think I'm just going to have to leave it like this overnight. It's already darkness, so but at least it gives me an idea where I need to cut the rails, okay? But yeah, this kind of works better than the last time, alright? I don't have to worry about there not being enough rail, alright? Alright, let's check it out. Okay, whew. These I don't like these black frame panels. They scratch real easily. If you scratch an aluminum panel, you can't tell it's scratched, okay? Anyway, it's okay, they're gonna be up on the roof anyways. So this is the final outcome right here, all right? So we got the 4 mid clamps, okay? The super strut square washers. And then we got the 4 end clamps right here, okay? Okay. So one of the big differences from the last time is that plate that I installed, all right, it has to be back here somewhere, okay? There's a frame, okay, I'm holding it right now. I think the frame comes out to about here, okay? This frame has to be on the other side of that. So that determines like where, so that's actually going to determine where on the rail the solar panels start, okay? So like probably like right around here is where that mending plate is, okay? If you were to see through it. So what I did is I moved it up over it, and then I pushed it forward until I could feel it touch it, and then that was it. And then you put the end clamp on. All right, so you got to start from this side to that side, okay? Or else it'll touch the mending plate, and we don't want that. We want it to sit flat on the rail, okay? But this way it's flat, okay? It's not there's not a one. So if you remember the last time, it barely fit on the rail. The 10 feet was just enough, and I had to flip one of these brackets and actually put it underneath the solar panel, and then one of the solar panels is propped up a little bit. So I don't want to run into that problem this time, so that's why we use that rail extension, okay? Hopefully they'll do the trick. Yeah, so really this side will only bear just like not very much, okay? Most of the weight is bared on the long piece, okay? But yeah, there it is. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna draw a line, all right, with the Sharpie. I'm gonna draw it like right here, okay, and then that's gonna tell me how much I need to cut. Well, actually, what I should probably do is leave a little extra. So I do got extra here on this side. So because we had to move that over the mending plate, it forced us to push this to the side a little bit. Okay, before I had it right up to here. Okay, now there's a couple inches. So what I'm gonna do is measure this, all right, add that onto this, okay, add that onto here, and then that's where we'd cut it. Okay, we'll cut this, and then when I cut that one, we'll use the length of that piece, and then we'll use that to make our second cut, and that way we'll only have to use one rail. Okay, then I'll have another super strut for whatever project. They look like they're real handy for other stuff to do. Okay, so we're gonna say they're cheap too. Okay, so that's the plan. So tomorrow I will have gone and done that, and then I'll show you the final product. Okay, so I don't really know how wide the rails are going to be yet. I kind of just chose this because it looked good. That's 48 inches from inside this here, all right, from right here to the edge right here. Okay, so it could be that far or it could be closer. Ideally, it should be something like that. I think that's good right there. There's a little bit hanging off the edge, but if you look at the other solar panel, there's a lot hanging off one side, so it doesn't really matter. What determines how wide this are the rafters. Okay, and I think the rafters are about 48 inches apart too. So I think that's a pretty good accurate representation. But what we don't want to do is have the solar panels hang off the edge of the roof. Okay, so that'll be the determinant on where everything is going to go. How high up, because we're installing it on a different plane. We're doing it horizontal as opposed to vertical this time. It's going to be a little different. That's what I want to say. Okay, we may have to make these a little closer, all right, or this is going to have to go higher up on the roof. All right, we can't have the solar panels hanging off the edges. That's the main concern. We can't have it hanging off the edges. Oh, it's getting too dark. Okay, yeah. All right, so I will go ahead and make those cuts. All right, and then it'll be the next clip, and then we'll have to figure out how far the spacing is from each of the rails, or where to put all the standoffs. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go with what we had last time, pretty much. All right, but we got to figure out how long we need this to be first. Okay, so I think I've decided we're just gonna have this hang out a little bit. Okay, I think having a little extra at the edge will be good. All right, so just to fine tune it, and I won't even cut it. I'll just leave it like that. Okay, it's okay if it does look cleaner when there's nothing sticking out, but yeah, it'd be nice to have a little bit sticking out. So that's the plan. All right, so I'm gonna measure that, add it onto this right here, cut that, and make two pieces like that. All right, and then we stick them together, and then yeah, that should be it. All right, well, it's looking good. That's a different way to do it. Whether it's gonna hold it horizontally or not, I don't know, guys. One thing that we can do is we could turn this 90 degrees. All right, we can turn it this way. Yeah, we could turn it this way and clamp it down there, and then have it hold the bottoms up. We could possibly do that too, but I think this is okay. The only problem is we may have a problem of it sliding off of the roof. I didn't have a problem with it sliding off the roof last time because it's going to slide this way. That holds it in place. That held it in place beautifully. Okay, this time it's going to be trying to roll off it like this. Okay, so everything's gonna somehow gonna have to hold it in place before I tighten everything down. That's what I want to say. Yeah, it's gonna be a little more difficult than last time. So all right, but it looks good. All right, so in the next clip, it'll be the next day, and I will have all that done. All right, here's we go. All right, HadesOmega here. It's the next day, and I finally made the the cuts. All right, so so the original plan was to cut it at 60 millimeters or 6 centimeters. Yep, 6 centimeters, and that's the mark right there for the 6 centimeters. But I wound up making it longer because I wanted it to end. I didn't want it to end like where the slots are. Okay, so I cut it so it would be like between the slots. All right, so it would be stronger. All right, and I think this one, I think they're pretty much, this one's a little bit longer, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so yeah, so now we got to go undo that and then hook them up to here, and I think we'll be done. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. All right, here's me go. Okay, there we go. So there's the 2 extensions that we made. All right, that's our extra right there. I still have like another third, so I can use it for another project. I think I'll keep it. I won't return it. All right, so there you go. There's the mending plates, and then there's the other. This is going to be for this bracket here. This is going to have to go over this. Okay, so we'll probably have a few inches hanging off the end. No big deal. All right. I put the cut ends on the very outside. All right, I think instead of painting it, we're just going to put those plastic covers on it. Okay, these will have the plastic covers at the end, and that should help keep it from rusting, I hope. Or if not, I don't know, we can put some kind of paint at the end. We'll brush some, I'll brush some like caliper paint on it or something, you know, and then we'll put the plastic covers on it, and that should help too. So okay, so all right, time to bolt it up. All right, let's make it here it is, it's done. So it looks good. So there's going to be a little bit sticking out at the edge of each one, so that's okay. I think I'm just going to leave it like that, but yeah, it looks really good. I don't like the black frame. I would rather just stuck with the aluminum. And then we're going to have 2 different color solar panels on the roof, but yep, that's how it's going to go. So the way we're going to do this is we have to make sure we install this one first, because this one has the plate underneath it. This has to go over the plate. All right, so we got to start here and then work our way this way, because this one doesn't have the plate I can install anywhere I want. And then we're just going to put the plastic. I don't have the plastic covers, but I will put those at the end after, and then it'll look dope. Okay, so yeah, that's it. And then now I know where all the nuts should go, so all I have to do is just mount it on the roof and then mount the solar panels, and it'll be good to go. Okay.